My boyfriend proposed to me on the Jumbotron in front of 50,000 people, thinking the pressure would force me to say yes. I took the microphone and told every single one of them about the Tinder profile he'd been running for 6 months. My name is Nia. I'm 27. My boyfriend Caleb and I had been together for 3 years. From the outside, we probably looked solid. We lived together, split rent on a 2-bedroom in Midtown, and had a dog named Biscuit. But behind closed doors, Caleb had a pattern of doing things designed to control the moment so I could never say no. He surprised me with a couple's tattoo appointment without asking. I got a small wave on my wrist I never wanted. He told his entire family we were trying for kids without ever having that conversation with me. When I confronted him, he said, "I just know what we both want." Last April, I found his Tinder profile. A friend from work sent me a screenshot at 11:15 p.m. on a Tuesday. His photos were recent. One was taken in our kitchen. I could see Biscuit in the background. His bio said, "Looking for something real." 3 years together and he was looking for something real. I confronted him the next morning. He said the profile was old and he forgot to delete it. I asked him to show me his phone. He refused. I asked again 2 days later. He said I was being insecure and needed to trust the relationship. I let it go. That was my mistake. Over the next few weeks, I created a fake profile and matched with him. He messaged first. He flirted. He suggested drinks at a bar 6 blocks from our apartment. He said he was recently single. I screenshotted every message. 14 screenshots total, timestamped and dated. Then came June 22nd. Caleb told me he got tickets to a baseball game for my birthday. I love baseball, so I didn't question it. We had great seats, 3rd row behind home plate. By the 7th inning, I was relaxed and happy for the first time in weeks. Then the Jumbotron lit up. "Nia, will you marry me?" In giant white letters surrounded by cartoon hearts. 50,000 people started cheering. Caleb dropped to one knee holding a ring box and grinning like he had already won. The crowd was chanting, "Say yes." Strangers were filming on their phones. A stadium host jogged over and handed me a microphone because apparently Caleb had arranged for the whole thing in advance. He knew I wouldn't say no in front of 50,000 witnesses. That was the entire strategy. I looked at him kneeling there. I looked at the Jumbotron. I looked at the microphone in my hand. Then I held it up and said, "Before I answer, I think everyone here should know that Caleb has had an active Tinder profile for the last 6 months. He matched with a fake account I created 3 weeks ago and told her he was recently single. I have the screenshots." The stadium went dead quiet for about 2 seconds, then it erupted. I could hear people gasping, laughing, booing. The Jumbotron cut away to a Coca-Cola ad. Caleb stood up and tried to grab the microphone. I stepped back. He said, "You're embarrassing yourself." "No," I said. "I'm just making this as public as you wanted it to be." A woman 3 rows behind us stood up and yelled, "Show the screenshots," which got a roar from the section. Caleb's face turned a shade of red I have never seen on a human being. He walked out of the stadium alone. I stayed and watched the rest of the game. A couple next to me bought me a beer and said it was the best thing they'd ever seen live. Caleb moved out the following weekend. He told mutual friends I humiliated him and ruined a $10,000 moment. He had apparently spent $4,500 on the ring and another $5,500 on the Jumbotron package and seat upgrade. He texted me once after. It said, "You could have just said no." I replied, "You could have just been faithful." I kept Biscuit. I kept the apartment. And I still have those 14 screenshots saved in a folder on my phone labeled Something Real.